What's going on, beautiful people? This is the Perspective Chasers podcast, and I'm your host, John. On this episode, I want to talk about being the change. Now, obviously, be the change you want to see in the world isn't my original thought. To be fair, I don't even know if it was Gandhi's original thought. I don't know necessarily who is indefinitely attributed to it as an original thought, but the message in itself is quite clearly timeless, and it's something we all need to hear at some point. I think it's something that's easy to forget. It's easy to get caught up in your own life and think that I wish the world would just suit me, and I wish the world was how I wanted it to be. But the truth of the matter is, it can be that way. The world can be how you see it, or how you wish to see it, if you put in the work to be the change that brings about that world. If you want to live in a better world, be a better person, and you will slowly bring around that better world. It might not be the whole world, it might not be overnight, but you could change your world, you could change your reality. If you aim to be a better person in your own day-to-day life, on a day-to-day basis, in every interaction that you meet, in every interaction that you have, isn't it going to feel like your world got a hell of a lot better? So, if you want things to change, start with yourself. Again, to quote somebody else, start with the man in the mirror. It's going to be one of those days. But regardless, it's still true. Like, if you start with yourself, if you start implementing the changes that you want to see in life, in yourself, eventually they will ripple out. And if the changes are good, if the changes are for the better, trust in time, people will change too. If you live in an antisocial area or whatever else, and people are always grumpy, this and everything else, try saying hi to somebody once in a while. Again, it's not to say every person that you say hi to is going to be a positive interaction. But unless you give it a chance to be a positive interaction, it's always going to be negative. So sometimes you just have to put yourself out there. Occasionally you're going to get bit, you're going to get stung. That is life, unfortunately. It doesn't mean you stop trying. You just got to keep putting yourself out there. If you want things to change, if you see a better way and you're trying to communicate that, then it's down to you to find out how to get it across. And the easiest way to get it across that I've ever found is leading by example. Implement it in yourself first, and then if people see that it's working, or if it works, people see the results, that's what catches the attention. Like, I don't think anybody's really starts out there, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a pathway to get there. Like, again, you can look back and look at everybody's journey. People don't recognize them until they've made it. But there's a whole journey behind every single one of these people. Nobody just gets to somewhere in life, just willy-nilly just turns up there. Like, it's all gained from experience. It's all lived life. So get out there and live life, but live the life that you want to domino out, because your actions will domino out, whether you mean them to or not. How you interact with each and every person that you meet in your life, each and every thing that you meet in your life, that's what's going to shape your life. If you walk down the road, or you walk through the forest or whatever else, and you constantly looking at the ground, complaining how muddy your shoes are getting. That's the reality that you're creating. There could be somebody 10 feet away walking through that exact same forest, muddy boots and all, looking up at the trees at how beautiful nature is, watching the setting sun, thinking about the amazing moments in life that they've had. It's the same place, but different perspective. So try to give yourself that time to think what it is you want the world to be and how you can bring it about. And if you're right, people will tune in. And I know that might not always seem the case, but I like to be optimistic. I like to think that if you prove to enough people time and time again that there is a better way, eventually they will come around. You've just got to be patient and constantly show up. It's not going to happen right away, but if you don't start somewhere, you'll never get anywhere. So start with you and be the change. Lead by example and be somebody that you look up to. Be somebody that you aspired to be. And the world will become a better place. I'm going to wrap that episode up here. The seed for this episode is going to be find something small. A small way that you can make the world a little bit of a better place. I went through a stage in life where, this was before I was driving and I was on public transport, I would make little origami cranes or owls or whatever else, and I'd leave them on the bus, on the train, at the bus stop, whatever else, just in the hopes that somebody will be passing through their day, pick that up, and it'll be a little bit of joy for the moment. And they won't necessarily know where it come from, but hopefully it would put a smile on somebody's face. So yeah, see what ripples you can make. See what small actions you can do, and be the change that you want to see in the world. All the best, and I'll catch you on the next one.